Many of us want to travel, but sometimes we feel like we don't have enough money or it's too expensive. So in this video, I want to show you guys how you can save for a weekend getaway with your man, with your girls. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how I managed to go on a trip with my girls to Cape Town with only my 5K salary. Hi, my name is Thato Mayongo, and on this channel you can find all things fashion, vlogging, lifestyle and makeup. So if that sounds appealing to you, then you might just want to subscribe. I want to share with you guys 5 important questions that I feel like you really need to be able to answer in order to be able to get away and save sufficiently. So obviously the big question that is the one that actually determines if you're gonna go away or not, and that is, how much do you earn? Do you earn a stipend? Do you have a salary? So that is very important because that will determine where you can go, how long you can go, and how much money you can spend on the different activities there. Are you gonna hire a car? Are you gonna Uber? Etc. There's a lot of things that you need to consider. But also, with how much do you earn comes the question of how much do you have in your savings? Do you have savings? That also does play a big part in how much money you can spend for this trip or for this getaway, if I should say. So with my example, when I went to Cape Town with my girls last year, I was an intern for 2 months. And in those 2 months, I earned 10K. So 5K the first month and 5K the second month. And also remember, it's not that I didn't have any other expenses. I had to also pay for things. So you also need to take that into consideration. Obviously, you need to minus your expenses and see how much you have left to spend on yourself. The second question is, where do you want to go? So that obviously brings up a lot of questions like, how are you gonna get there? What is the lifestyle like? How much is there to do? Because obviously you need to think of the activities that you want to do. How much is the accommodation? Are you driving there? Are you flying there? Quite a lot of questions, but this video is mainly for traveling in South Africa, so I'm not going to get into different currencies and cultures across the oceans. That's another topic. So my video is mainly focused on traveling here in SA. So obviously with me, I was going to Cape Town. I have 5K minus all my expenses. I probably had like 2,000 rand left just to spend on me. Now Cape Town is obviously not exactly cheap, but I mean, it's not really that expensive either, I saw when I actually went there. So I need to obviously book accommodation, I need to book flights because we definitely are not driving. So you also need to figure out what kind of activities you want to do there. So you have to plan an itinerary. Luckily, I had a friend of mine who had lived in Cape Town, so she had that sorted for us, and it actually worked out quite cheaper when there's other people. So also, if you are considering traveling, obviously you want to travel with a group of people. It's much nicer, it's fun, and it's cheaper. So with all of that said, that leads into my third question: how much is it going to cost? How much are flights? If you're driving, petrol, how long is the distance? You need to figure out how much is your accommodation, how many nights you're staying. Obviously, the longer you stay, the more you gotta pay. Okay, I know, right? But the advantage is, like I said, if you are going in a group of 3 or more, it does work out cheaper for all of you guys because you share the costs of, okay, not flights. Flights, you don't share that cost, you pay for yourself. But accommodation, If you're gonna buy groceries, you share that cost. But activities, you don't share that cost either, because usually if you go to do an activity, you have to pay per person, unless there are activities that actually accommodate groups. But thinking about our activities that we did in Cape Town, it did not. So we booked with Airbnb, so obviously that was a shared cost. I will try leave the costing here on the side because I can't exactly remember the numbers, but I do want to show you guys just a breakdown of how that 5k per month plus that other 5k, which is 10k, how that all worked out to me being able to go and also have some spending money at the end of the day. And I had zero savings, guys, so all the money that I spent on the trip was just based from the salary that I was getting. What also does help is if you start planning in advance. So we started planning our trip probably 2 to 3 months in advance, because so sometimes things like flights and accommodation, if you do book earlier, it is a bit cheaper, and if you book closer to the time or during a busy season, then it tends to be quite expensive. The fourth important question is, when are you going and how long do you plan on staying? If you are going to travel during busy months like long weekends and December, then trust me honey, you should try travel off peak seasons because it is a bit cheaper, and also the place where you're going will probably be not too crowded and it's going to be nice and you can just relax there. Because sometimes I know some people don't like going on holiday or traveling where there's going to be a lot of people and it's going to be really busy, so you need to take that into consideration. How long are you going to be there? Are you going to be there for the week? Are you going to be there for the weekend? So obviously we know things are cheaper during the week than they are on the weekend, so have that at the back of your mind as well. The last question that you need to ask yourself is, what are you going to do there, right? What activities are you going to do? So with us, we wanted to go to wine farms, so we went on a wine farm actually. So there were several wine farms. So you get on a tram. The tram was about, I think, 240 rand, and then that covers the different wine farms that you can go to, and there's different lines. So we went on the purple line. I think there was about 6 or 5, if I'm not mistaken, on that purple line. And then when you get to the wine farm, you get to taste several wines or champagnes, and there you pay at the different wine farms. So I think the one wine farm we paid like 50 rand to taste 6 different wines. The other one we paid 100 rand. We tasted probably like 4, 5, 6 different ones. So it all depends, but it actually isn't that bad. You need to take into consideration if you're gonna go out and eat breakfast, lunch, or supper. We also bought groceries, which was cheaper than eating out every single day, 3 times a day. So you want to buy your food, you want to buy your snacks, you want to buy your alcohol, your drinks, all that good stuff. Also with the question, what are you going to do there, you also want to be able to plan your outfits if you're anything like me, darling. You want to look cute every single day of that trip. You want to take pictures, you want to post on the gram. Listen, I had my outfits prepared for the Cape Town trip probably like a month in advance. I was gathering my little pieces that I'm going to put together. So if you also want to buy new clothes, that's also going to be an extra cost before the trip, so you need to think about that as well. Also, what I find helped with being able to determine how much you're going to spend is having a schedule. So putting together what are you going to do on each day, which works really nicely because I like things planned. I don't know about you, maybe you're not that rigid person and you just want to see what the day has and you just go for whatever you want to do on that day. And those are the very 5 important questions that I feel you need to be able to answer in order for you to be able to know how to save your money If you have savings already, that's already great because you got a head start. So you're able to plan better for your trip. And guys, it's possible. I really had to squeeze myself because of the money that I was getting, and I didn't have savings on the side. But if you have your salary and savings on the side, it's great. I know some students only get an allowance. That means you're going to have to save for quite a long period of time, but eventually you're gonna get there. You're gonna be able to go. It's level 2 now. Apparently we're going to move to level 1 soon, but you can already get started by saving even the little that you can. I know some of us don't receive 5k a month. Some of us receive only 2,000 or 1,000 rand a month, but maybe just save like 200 rand or 500 rand. That little bit that you can save adds up, and at the end you're going to be able to go wherever you want. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end of the video. I really hope it was insightful. I hope it was informative. Please share this video with as many people as you can. I feel like a lot of people do want to travel, especially since we've been stuck at home for 5 months. It's been long, child. And I think we all need a vacay, and there's really affordable places here in South Africa. So I feel like it is possible. Next year we are traveling. We are catching flights, not feelings. So definitely share this video with everyone who needs to know about it. Give this video a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below of what you guys thought of the video. Did it help you? Is it something that you already knew, you didn't know? Our subscriber for the week goes to Mpho Mokhane. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, and yes, I see you, please hit the red button down below. It really does help my channel. May your day be ever flawless as you make up. On the topic of traveling, please check out this next video. This is a vlog that I did from my Cape Town trip. I hope you do enjoy it.